What up? Mile high salute on this beautiful day out here in the Box State. Mile high salute to the riders out there. So, just recently, the rapper Tory Lanez gets stabbed up in California in the penitentiary, and they stabbed him up like 14 times, hit that fool in his back like 12 times in the back, but they airlifted that fool off of the yard out there in California. And a lot of people saying it was racially, it was a racial thing. And this is the thing I'm gonna say, because the story's coming out that the fool Tory Lanez basically was at a visit and he started flirting with some dude's girl at the visit to the unit, just to be spiteful, started saying the female loved black foods and all this stuff. Well, anyways, long story short, the dude was a Mexican mafia. I guess he was like a essay fool doing life for a murder or something, bro. And it's wild, bro, because like the people around Tory Lanez, I don't know what they thought. Maybe he was paying these fools money or whatever, but they just matter your status on the streets or none of that. You know, disrespecting somebody's wife, especially in there, bro, is gonna that was like, that was not a surprise that was going to happen, especially if he was locked in with any politicking. You disrespected somebody's wife, and that's why I tell fools like respect is the ultimate thing in this world, bro. But we don't have respect in this world. Everybody basically just does whatever they want. And to another aspect and another subject in California, especially, bro, that's why there's so many racial separation, because everybody hates on the next person's struggle. The Mexicans don't like the blacks and the blacks don't like the Mexicans, which out here in Denver, bro, we don't really experience that shit. So we don't really, that's not nothing that we actually can actually, you know what I'm saying, comprehend. But out there, they're going through the same struggles in the same hoods, and they're tripping amongst each other. So when there's a little bit of peace, because there's been a little bit of peace between neighborhoods out there, you got stuff like this. Now, you know, there's a lot of people. Yeah, that fool was doing life, homie. The fool that stuck Tory Lanez was doing life. He was a, you know what I'm saying, a hitter for wherever he's from. Now you got people on the yard and people talking about it in these comments that they should set it off as a racial war. And it's like, bro, you guys that be talking like this and speaking on this type stuff, always the people that fucking sit on the sidelines that never been in no type of war or nothing. It's always somebody that puts their opinion out there about these type of subject matters, and it's half of the people ain't never even been in war. They don't even know the aspect of being on a yard and being in war with another car. So basically, they want people to go to war over a man disrespecting another man. It doesn't matter if this fool's a rapper or not, homie. You can't just go around disrespecting people and expect not bad stuff. Check. I don't even know if I'm still here. Ah, man, this service sucks, bro. Check. Am I still here? Y'all hear me? I don't know if I'm still here. It just can't recenter. It's briefing. Can y'all hear me? Am I still here? Life. Hey, what up, George? I don't know if I'm still here, but yeah, that's the facts on it, bro. Like, if you check. Yo, let me know, man. This reception around here is terrible. Damn, for real, Rada? Hope you Good, man. Stay out that county. Stay out that county, my bro. Yeah, you got to stay out the county, homie. It's not, man. We got to stay away from that. We got to stay away from that aspect, my homie. I'm good. I'm doing good though. Just getting ready for the show, June 1st. Ball high salute to the rider. Yeah, it's going down still. So we just promoting the show. Got a lot of stuff in works. Just taking care of this business, working. I am on a journey to relocate here soon, but we tapped in. Even when I get to where I'm going, I'm still gonna tap in with the community and the people. So yeah, that's about it, Rada. Getting ready for this summer. It's gonna be a beautiful summer out here in the Box State. I went to go talk to this little job this morning, and I seen all this crazy stuff about Tory Lanez getting stabbed up in the penitentiary in California. And then I heard about what the situation was and why he got stabbed up. And at first, people hear Tory Lanez, the rapper and stuff from New York, and they're like, "Oh, this fool got stabbed up." But then I hear the backstory. I'm from LA and just told them they ain't no real Crips. And little homie pulled out the burner and started busting. Yeah, I feel that, homie. But if that's the case and that really happens, homie, you don't want to get on here because fools start getting indicted. The feds be watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't want to come tell the whole story aspect. But yeah, them little fools, you know, they definitely have to get it in at times, bro. I mean, they hear that a lot right there, you know? And some of them fools is going to try to prove. So if that's the case, it's probably one of the little fools trying to prove something, you know? Especially being from LA and California, they definitely going to try to get some stripes off your name if you really from the LANEZ, you know? But it's just wild. Yeah, so it's crazy, man, because like, Homie didn't really know who he was messing with. He just disrespected a random Mexican fool. Didn't even know this fool was tapped in. Probably didn't even know this fool was in there for murdering fools and killing fools. And he gonna disrespect a man's wife and then come back and gloat. What's up with it, man? What's up with it, Rada? You know? And then fools came back and poked him up on the yard. And they airlifted that fool off the yard, but when it all boils down to it, he kind of did that to himself. You go over there and you talk about, you know what I'm saying, some hitter from a certain neighborhood in California, and he an essay. You don't even know really that these fools is connected with some of the Mexican mafia fools. You gonna get sliced up, bro. And all the fools in it be a racial war. That's kind of stupid, homie, because like, he's about to set off a whole war, a race war behind him being disrespectful. And that's what we have to come to as people. We got to come to as people, bro. Like disrespect doesn't go far. Disrespect don't go far. You disrespect people regardless of where, you know, you got to actually respect where you at. It doesn't matter where you come from or nothing, bro. You got to respect where you at because there's always going to be somebody from that city, that state, that will actually try to press the line for that, and some fools are just not playing with it, and that's what he did. You know, he probably just figured this fool was a Mexican fool, and he thought in New York it's a little different. He goes to California, homie, and he goes on the yard with the hitters from all the neighborhoods, and he disrespects the wrong person, and they start sticking his ass. Stuck him 14 times, bro. Hit that fool 14 times. He did it to himself. He laid that bed, man. Now he has to rest in it. Like, hopefully he survives it. That's cool. I seen little homie's brother. Yeah, now I feel you, Rada. You know, it's like, you know, like I know, homie, you know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be somebody that is gonna push a line for a car. I know some real 30s, bro. I know some real chicky 30s that they're doing life sentences for putting in work. You know, there's some solid fools from chicky 30s, especially the Crips. I know a couple of them fools from the 30 block. Plus, they tied in with a lot of the CCR fools. So, you know, a lot of them fools be actually putting in work. They actually some authentic ass little dudes. I just told them that, you know, her and little homie pulled out the burner and started busting. Damn, that's just wild, homie. See, and this is one thing I don't understand. Like all the bloodshed between the races in California, all the shit that's been going down with like the racial wars and the Mexicans not getting along with the black fools and the black fools not getting along with the Mexican hoods, and it turns into a racial war. And there's been a lot of different shit that they welded together, because when the East Coast Crips and the Florencia actually kind of called it a peace treaty, you would think that would have a domino effect to a lot of people in California, that it's not getting you nowhere with all this war amongst the races, right? You guys live amongst each other. Like the hoods are amongst each other out there, you know? And it's just like all the shit that all the OG fools went to bat for, you know, a peace treaty and stuff, bro. You would think that would trickle down to the penitentiaries. You know, you would think that them fools actually would let everybody coming through, bro. We're not on that disrespectful time. But some of these fools get, you know, they get this alpha aura about themselves, and then they be like, hey, I could do whatever I want. I got $1 million. I mean, I'm a millionaire. It didn't work out for homie. It didn't work out for that fool. You know? He almost lost his life behind disrespect. What you guys on today, man? What's cracking with the Radas? How you guys doing today? Yeah, I'm just running around, just chilling. You know, thought I'd come and tap in. We them boys, what's up with it, bro? All high salute. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I seen a lot of people in them comment sections talking about there should be a racial war behind it. And it's like, fool, you guys are pushing war, homie, but you're not gonna be in the war. You're not gonna be in the war. You ain't gonna be on the front line of the war. You guys are just talking from the sideline. You guys ain't ever even been in war to actually know. You ain't never took losses. You ain't never took casualties. You don't got homies that are dead behind a war, bro. You don't got homies that are doing prison time behind war. So I don't understand why you're pushing the narrative of war. Nah. Sometimes you have to literally check yourself and say, hey, that man disrespected another man's wife in prison, where you don't disrespect at all, bro. It's all about respect penitentiary. It just shows you respect is everything, and you get some fame and think he was above it. Yeah, and he got his ass sliced up, my brother. That money don't matter to them fools in prison, bro. That money don't matter. They doing life sentences. Homie had a life sentence. He don't got nothing to live for but his respect. Are you going to live stream your concert? Yeah, I think I am, bro. I'm gonna do some live stream for the concert, man. June 1st. You know, I like Tory Lanez. I like Tory Lanez's music, bro. But you could get a little clout, and you ain't even in your backyard. That's the thing too. You ain't even in your backyard. You're in California, bro. Where, let's be real, the SA fools got a lot of shit on lock. You don't even know that backyard, and you over there disrespecting somebody's wife, flirting with somebody's wife at a visit, bro. And just because they're Mexican, like, you can't just do that shit, bro. Like, even if that's in you to disrespect other races, bro, and play the race aspect, like, leave that shit to yourself. Leave that shit personally to yourself. Don't come and you know what I'm saying, and show the whole world that you're on that shit, bro. And then you get back to the unit and you start saying dude's wife likes black fools, bro. Them fools, they don't care about none of that. They just gonna take off your jugular, and that's what them fools try to do. They try to on a live homie over him being disrespectful. He disrespected the wrong people, and he got sliced up behind it. And it would be stupid for fools to actually try to push a race war over that shit, because first and foremost, they should actually DP and not let that fool back on the yard for almost causing a war. Because when a war goes up, homie, there's going to be a lot of people that don't even have nothing to do with it that's going to be pulled into the war. Even if you're not a part of the politicking, if a race war pops off, you're going to have to get in, even if you're neutral. You're going to have to actually involve yourself in a race war. Even if you're going home in a year, you're going to have to actually put in work. That's just how it goes on a prison yard. That's why that's the stupidest thing you could do, especially in there. Your homies definitely should DP you, and the people that you're around, you should get violated for that shit, because you're drawing attention, and you're putting something on the yard negativity wise that a lot of them fools don't want to be involved with, homie. They don't, because who wants to be involved with a whole facility getting locked down? You're locked down for 23 hours out of the day. You know what I'm saying? Out here, they give you an hour to go do in a little jungle gym, some of the yards. But when it pops off, you're on lockdown for weeks at a time, bro. Like, you don't come out of your cell. The lifers that are doing a lot of time don't want to deal with that shit. They don't want to deal with that shit, bro. Because you got to think, bro, these fools this is what their life is. This is their life. So when somebody locks down a facility off of stupid actions like that, you know, them lifers they're not feeling that shit. The fools that are never coming home, they're not feeling that shit, because that is their life. You take the weights away, they're pissed at that. You take their privileges away, they're pissed at that, because it's for unnecessary situations. Now, this is what it's going to do. Because one of the black fools got hit, now it's going to be on the black fools to actually answer that shit, bro, off of Tory Lanez fucking actions, homie. They're going to feel like they're pushing the corner to actually answer that. Whoever's around him, they're going to have to deal with that and go put in work, because that's just how it goes. An eye for an eye in there. And they're probably looking at this shit like, that was stupid, but we still have to put in work behind this. So yeah, man, he could cause a big thing, a big domino effect, you know, a big domino effect. I don't know, bro. I live off of respect. Like, I respect everybody, homie. I respect everybody. Like, I don't try to disrespect nobody, bro. Like, I try to respect every man, homie. Because if you don't know respect, you're a lost cause, bro. Like, that's the problem with the generation nowadays, is that you don't know respect, bro. You're a lost cause. Like, you don't have morals and values if you don't know respect. You know, I learned that. See, and I guess for me, being around some lifers, bro, being around people that were not coming home, they preach that shit. Respect is everything, homie. Two big things, two big rules in prison. Your word is everything. That's all you have is your word. And respect is everything. You go against the grain and you go against them two things, you're liable to get your life taken, you know? But I feel like this, and somebody could answer this. Somebody could help me out. That's the difference between a lot of New York cats and a lot of California. And maybe I'm wrong, man. Let's just discuss it. New York, if you look at a lot of their politics, they just go crazy, bro. There's not really an aspect of respect out in New York. Like, them fools are just bananas, bro. They're just hyper, just go crazy. Like, them fools will slap up a pregnant person, a pregnant female, and just do it just to do it. $150 fools play the knockout game, just knocking out civilians. In California, you do that shit, bro, in certain areas in Cali, homie, it's gonna set off a whole war. That's why this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna tell you. When the shit popped off between the Coast Crips and the Florencias, bro, at first they used to do business, homie. They used to do business. And a lot of Mexicanos, they went out their way to do business with some of these fools from this neighborhood, bro. The Coast Crips got so big-headed, they jacked the fools for a gang of kilos. Out of disrespect. These are the fools that were plugging them in with the money that they were getting in the neighborhoods, bro. They were the one that was plugging these fools in with the work. And they disrespected the fools that were plugging them in. They bit the hand that literally fed them, homie. And then When the Mexicans retaliated, they started killing random fools from different neighborhoods, and then it turned into kill everybody that looks like this. Now, I'm not saying that's right, but that was the domino effect behind these fools disrespecting the hand that fed them, homie. These Mexican fools basically started killing random people. Just if you look like these fools, you might not even be from a hood. You're going to get shot. You're going to die. They're not going to ask you any questions because of the domino effect of disrespect. Now, that was probably one of the most bloodiest wars in California history, homie. Now, people will say maybe the 18th Streets and the Florencias or the 18th Streets and the Bloods, you know what I'm saying? But the East Coast Crips and the Florencias, Sureños, homie, them fools went to war for almost half a decade, bro. And they killed a lot of people. And they barely came to peace just recently, homie. Like after like years of just bloodshed, homie. There was so many fools getting killed behind that war. There's peace now, right? They went out their way to actually, like, I'm not saying that they're all cool with each other and they party with each other, but it's at a standstill. Ain't nothing really going on between them hoods. And that was a beautiful thing because just minorities were getting killed. It was just a gang of minorities in them neighborhoods was getting killed. And then you got stuff like this that can domino effect a whole war because these fools done shanked up the New York Packer, homie. Now the black fools that are around this fool are gonna have to be put in a corner to put in work because one of theirs got hit. And if it gets too out of control, it's gonna domino effect into another aspect between the race aspect, bro. You know, it's just wild, homie. You know, I love the box state because we don't deal with that shit a lot. There's not really racial wars and racial tensions. Like, I love everybody. If you're a rider, I got love for you. I could deal with the white folks just like I deal with the black folks. I could deal with the black folks just like I could deal with the Mexicanos. I deal with everybody, bro. If you got respect and you a real rider, I ain't got nothing ill towards you. I don't, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing, I don't have no bad will towards you. But there's disrespectful people in every race, and I just can't deal with that shit, bro. I can't deal with disrespectful people. So that's why I'm kind of like, I separated myself from a lot of people because there's no respect in life, homie. What's up with it, man? What up with it, Eric? What's IG in the house? What's up, my galleons? Shout out to the G's. What up, my homie? My high salute from the east side. You know what it is, man. East to the west, box state business. But yeah, bro, they did that dude Tory Lanez. They did that dude Tory Lanez dirty, homie. They did that dude Tory Lanez dirty, bro. And it's all because of what he did. Because this is the thing. You could like let's be real, bro. Let's be real. Like for me, I could take disrespect certain situations because I gotta choose and pick my battles, right? You can't just disrespect me to an aspect, bro, where, you know what I'm saying, I feel disrespected because I might put hands on you. But I'll tell you like this: you disrespect my life for me, a person that's genuine, that I love with all my heart, I'm gonna try to kill you over that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a difference, homie. You disrespected somebody's wife, homie. This Sureño fool's wife probably comes up and visits this dude, is on this fool's team. He holds this woman with the utmost respect. That's his queen. What up, Rye? What's good with it? Mooter, what's up with it, man? You disrespect this fool's queen in prison on a level 4 or wherever they are, and you go and disrespect this fool. You try to flirt with this fool's wife at a visit in prison. And then go back to your unit and start saying she loves black fools, like literally glowing. Yeah, this wetback, that's what he probably said. This wetback's wife loves black food. She loves the black dick. Of course this fool was gonna stab you, bro. What did you think? I don't understand what kind of brownie points you got behind that. You were dealing with a full-on killer, homie. This fool already had bodies. Yeah, they stabbed this fool, right? 14 times, bro. Airlifted this fool off the yard, bro. Stuck this fool, bro. Tory Lanez is fighting for his life right now as we speak. And it was all because he just disrespected another man's wife, bro, over some racial shit. And it's like, you're not even from Cali, fool. You're not even in your own backyard. Like, I don't understand what made you think that it was cool. Yeah, he a rapper. He a rapper, but he's locked up in LA for showing Megan Thee Stallion's Bigfoot. That's what he's in prison for. He shot her Bigfoot, fool. He shot her Bigfoot off, fool, and they locked him up. But he's over there in California, homie, and it's a different ball game, bro. The Mexicans, they are not going to play with any of that, especially if he's tied in with the Mexican mafia, bro. Especially if he's tied in with the Mexican mafia. He literally disrespected the wrong dude, bro. And this fool was tied in, they said, with the Mexican mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's from New York, bro. Like, he needed to go just be a civilian in the penitentiary. And it's all because he thinks he's a little sized up. I guess he was showing pictures just recently, bro. He's all big and shit. He's all kind of swolled up. Them Mexicanos, them fools over there, bro, they are not going to play. They are going to try to kill this dude, even if he's a millionaire. And they did. They stuck him like 14 times in the back, bro. They just kept stabbing his ass. And at first I was like, why did they? Because I like Tory Lanez. I like Tory Lanez a little bit. I was like, why did they stab that fool Tory Lanez? And I heard the story, and I'm like, oh yeah, this fool did it to himself. This fool did it to himself. And what I was saying is, bro, is the fool, if he had, like, he must have had people around him. He must have had, like, Tory Lanez must have had a circle of fools around him to think that he could just talk like that. So now that puts them dudes in a predicament, because one of their homies gets hit. They're gonna have to answer that shit. Or if they don't answer that shit, the whole population is gonna jump on them dudes for not answering that shit, because now they look weak in the eyes of them fools. But I'll tell you one thing about them Mexican mafia fools and them fools that are high, they want that shit. Like, they're all about that. They're all about that crazy activity. So they're just waiting for something to pop off, for it gives them another reason to try to actually cause a race war, bro. They're just waiting to actually have some type of bad taste in their mouth to cause a whole fucking black and brown fucking war. And it should never be like that, because everybody from low income, I don't care who you are, you all go through the same struggle, homie. Yes, people might have different struggles and it might be worse on this side, but everybody, bro, everybody goes through some struggle in them hoods, bro. We all don't have fathers. We all have family members smoked out. We all are, you know, on welfare. Moms is on welfare, single mom households, grandparents taking care of kids. Like, we all go through that shit, bro. There should never be racial tensions amongst the hoods. But when it comes to politicking, bro, that's what you got. You know, that's what you have. And it's been so much history amongst each other, us hating each other. It's like, and I can't speak for Colorado because I never had them problems, bro. I never had problems at that aspect of hatred, because in the projects, we all got along, bro. We just, you know what I'm saying? It was never no racial shit where we focused on, we hate these fools, you know? So that when people ask that shit, yeah, how are you a local, or how are you a Kiwi, and you was, you know, that's predominantly African Americans. I'm like, bro, like, our cripping, bro, didn't come from just fools being black and that, bro. Like, our Kiwi came from the revolution, homie. Like, we have homies that are black, Mexican, white. Like, we didn't see none of that shit. And I didn't hate fools because their skin color, bro. Like, what? That was the dumbest thing to ever focus for me as a person that went through the system, bro. And my best homie was black, homie, and we were going through the system together in the Warren Village, in the projects. It's like, homie, like, that was like the least of our worries. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. And a lot of Colorado was always on that time, bro. Like, fools didn't really trip, especially in the east side, homie. I heard that Penn is like, damn, he got stuck in the 50-50s, not the 5-5. What's up, Mahai? He from Canada. Damn, yeah, they should have sit his low ass if he from Canada. You know what I'm saying? And yours, my big bro. Big ups to the homies. What's up, man? I've been checking out the content. Let's go Rapids. The homie, go, you guys. If you guys want a cool ass channel, go check out the homie Mahai Hosper. This fool goes to London and all kinds of stuff. He a Colorado native, but he be traveling, bro. Y'all gotta go check out his content. The Mexicans and Paisas from Cali are all about respect, and that is second nature to them. And I believe in treating people the way you want to be treated because they're respect. Yeah, and that's the thing about it is, homie, like to be 100, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Mexicano households, bro, we all grow up to respect everything, bro. Like my relatives, homie, it was all about respect. You respect your elders, you respect your brothers. You know, there's a tight knitted family connection in Mexicano households and Spanish households and Chicano households where, you know, disrespecting anybody else, homie, is second nature to us. Like, it's not about that with us. You know, it's not about that with any of, you know, the family and stuff, bro. Like, you have to be pushed into that shit. You got to be pushed into really wanting to disrespect. And out there, so that's another thing is they must feel hella disrespected because they're not just gonna push that issue like that if they didn't feel all the way disrespected, you know. So Tory Lanez was out of pocket for that shit, and he should get DP'd. He should get DP'd by his people, you know. Let's go. You think you can bring that ticket to Rome's on Friday? I'll buy you a beer. Yeah. Let's link up. I got you, Rada. Rome's, that's crazy. I used to work right there by Rome's, bro. I used to work right there at Rome's, like a block away from Rome's. Damn, that's crazy. That's the 50-50 RC. That's another thing. You got stuck on the 50-50. Damn, that fool sliced that fool up on the 50-50 yard. You know, that's craziness. I would just think, bro, I would think them fools would be pissed and not try to set off a whole war behind this issue. I would think that's the real. Because the only thing I could see, homie, is that them fools feel obligated now because one of their homies got touched. And that's the only reason why I could see in a sense them setting it off. But it puts them in a bad situation because this is the thing is it's on Tory Lanez. That's the fool that caused the whole thing. It's on him. And you're going to have some solid ass fools. If he was around anybody, and I think he was because how cocky he was, I think he was around some people. And you're going to have some solid fools that go and back this fool up and then go put in work on these fools. And they're gonna catch new cases behind this fool Tory Lanez. They're gonna have to put in work, and they're gonna get wrapped up for putting in work, and it's gonna be some good dudes that put in work for some bullshit. I heard old boy talking about it this morning a little bit. Said they going up when lockdown over, and that's what I'm saying is right there. There we go. You know. It's gonna come to a point where them fools are gonna have to put work because it's not in the prison population. One of yours gets touched, it's a black eye on your whole car. So now these fools that are solid are gonna have to go to war behind this shit, and it's all because Tory Lanez gonna keep his fat ass mouth shut. Like, shut up, dude. Like, you obviously didn't learn from shooting Megan Thee Stallion's foot off, bro, and literally catching time. Like, you have to be on prison. You're not, that rapping shit doesn't get you far. Nobody cares about a rapper in the penitentiary, bro. You know? And now it's going to be a whole thing because of that. Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't even put it past, bro. He got money. You know? Now when he gets out, he'll be telling the story 1,000 times saying, oh, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was running the prison yard. Oh no, homie. I just feel like he shot her foot off, bro. How you gonna shoot off Megan Thee Stallion's foot, bro? You know? I don't know, bro. I honestly think this, my homies. Honestly think this. Like, this is the shit. You know, and this is just some real ass shit. Especially and this is when it comes to prison yards and everything, because a lot of times with the cars, and you got different neighborhoods and gangster cars and the blood cars and the Paru cars and different neighborhoods don't mess with this. They don't even have really, if a full-on war, they're going to be in so distraught amongst the war because they have a lot of separation, bro. Like that's not even, and the folks over there in some good predicaments, homie. They're already outnumbered when it comes to different things, and now they're going to set off a whole war because the Tory Lanez is just going to keep his mouth shut, bro. That's wild. He may not even go back to the same. Yeah, he definitely shouldn't. And if he does, he should be disciplined by the fools that were around him, bro. You know. And you would think that they would learn off of history, because when the shit popped off with the Coast Crips and the Florencias, and it was like the biggest shit ever in California with war-wise, and they finally got that shit to settle down, you would think fools wouldn't even want to set off anything or do anything to actually jeopardize that type of peace. You know what I'm saying? Because war is nothing. When it's a full-on war, bro, it's nothing nice, homie. Casualties. A lot of innocent people die, homie, behind war. You know? And there's nothing benefit of war. Craziness, crazy, my homies. So yeah, that's Tory Lanez, man. Hopefully he makes it, man. I pray homie makes it. I pray that fool comes back and he's a better man. Maybe this would teach him, because sometimes people have to be socked in their mouths to learn. He's gonna have to, you know, he's gonna have to recover, bro. But hopefully when he recovers, this is a learning situation for him. Hopefully you don't come back with that same demeanor, because next time it might be his whole life. You know, shit, I'm just, you know, I was going to collect some bread for tickets, bro, and I'm sold out of the tickets again. So I just running around getting some shit prepared for this job, this work week. I went to go set myself up for some money plans, you know. Boom. Ready to start getting to this money again. Yeah, man, they didn't do us justice last night though, bro. They didn't do us justice last night, man. So this series, if they lose, dang, bro, like the Nuggets, hopefully they can get one more win, homie, and take it to 7. But they had the game last night, homie, and they let it slip out of their grasp. Yeah, they got me heated too, bro. They had the game. You know, they had the game, fool. They tired out at the end, homie, and them fools got a hot hand. So this next game, bro, I don't know, man, because like I think about it, like, if the Nuggets win this series, if they find a way to win, do they have enough energy and firepower to go on to win the ship? If we think about it, it looks like they're gassed, bro, like half of the time. And I feel that, I mean, like we seen miracles in these sporting events, homie. And I'm not saying it's over, but I think, like, do we have enough gas in the tank? Because it feels like it just feels like the energy is down with them. Just gotta say the same thing. Need to do it better, man. We got to come out with this next game. We're at ball. I think we're in Colorado. We're in Denver. So I think just having the crowd behind you, but they lost that last one, man. Well, cheers to everybody. We take them in 7. Let's go. That would be a story right there. Because right now they're counting us out, homie. Right now everybody's counting us out except Nugget fans. Nuggets fans are the only ones that got faith that we still can get it done. we don't need everybody to back us up. I don't even want to be vouched by anybody. I mean, all these haters out here anyways. So hopefully the Nuggets can get this win at home and then take them to 7, bro, and bring that series and just advance, bro. Last night, I thought the Nuggets played a pretty good game, bro. At the end of the game, bro, it's like they gassed out, bro, and they can't do that. They got to come in firing on all cylinders this next series. Hopefully we could get it done, bro. Honestly, you know. My high salute to the family. Believe it, treating people the way. So yeah, that's that, man. I thought I'd just come chop it up. With the community and the family. Like I said, man, I have people still they're asking me to do request the videos. I still got some people asking me to do request the videos. I'm taking a little time off of doing regular content, people. Like uploading about different neighborhoods and different things. I think I'm chilling back, homie, you know. I see how YouTube's doing me, and I just don't have the motivation with how the YouTube role runs. I don't have the motivation to actually upload videos about certain topics. Maybe I'll get back to that eventually. Can y'all hear me? Check, check, check. Nuggets used to have Raouf Mahmoud. Yeah, that was my boy right there. And I appreciate people still recommend the videos. But YouTube just kind of made it hard, homie. YouTube's made it hard for me to actually enjoy that shit because they done took down my videos. And shit, bro. And then just like on monetizing me and all the hard work that we put in for our platforms, you know. They just kind of make it hard for you to want to just do that shit, bro. Like I don't have no energy. I'd rather do these live streams and just say what's up to the people in live matter and do panels and shit, you know. So I apologize to everybody that's asking for recommended videos, and maybe I'll get back to it when I get to a better place though, because I'm in the process of moving too. So I'm gonna be relocating here soon. Maybe when I get to my place, bro, I'll start uploading videos on recommended, like, different topics. But we do got that. And my another thing is, too, my whole focus right now is this concert. My whole focus is getting ready to have the best night, June 1st. That's my whole energy right now, just getting this venue sold out. We have a lot of people coming to this concert, and I want to give the best performance of myself. You know, I'm gonna enjoy that night, bro. And that's like it's just gonna be a good ass atmosphere, homie. And we rocking the house. You're moving out you're moving out the same way you are now. Nah, I think I'm gonna leave a lot of stuff. I think I'm gonna leave a lot of stuff behind, bro. I'm headed to another city and stay here soon. So I think I'm gonna leave a lot of the bad juju and to only take a little bit. But we're gonna be doing a sale, like a yard sale, a house sale, bro. And we're selling a lot of our stuff. We're gonna be selling a lot of our stuff, you know. And I'm only gonna take very few things. I'm trying to start all over, homie. I'm trying to start over a lot. Cause like this is the thing with me, to be honest, bro, is I've since I got out the penitentiary, you know, I've had a lot of trials and tribulations, bro, with just trying to get shit under control with work and having to settle for different jobs that, you know what I'm saying, I really didn't want to. And that's just that's because it's my backyard. So it's not surprising, you know. I'm going to re-identify myself in life, homie, and just catch some good air. Like, you know, I'm going to breathe some new air, homie, and leave all the bad juju behind me. You know, I want to be a new creation, a new creation in Christ, a new creation, just doing what I have to do to be happy. Cause I think in life, the most important thing ever is this mindset and a peace of mind, bro. If you don't have a peace of mind, you're walking around this earth just stressed out and just like it ultimately kills you. Stress kills you, bro. Roll out with the Bo Nix rookie card. Let's go, Rada. Hey, I appreciate that, Mac. Come on, high salute. And the only way I figure that you actually get to that point is if you take steps to get to that point. If you take steps to get to that point, you got to do it by action, though. That's the biggest thing, is show by action. You got to do it by action. You can't just talk about it. And I'm going to be real with you, homie. I don't know about the rest of you guys, and I don't know about people in here. Because a lot of times with YouTube, you got a lot of people that just, they love to be around negativity. Like, they love the clown shows. They love the circus of YouTube. They rather hear some crazy, wild Adam 22 off the chain shit than hearing anything that's positive or be around any positivity. Because deep down, people think that positivity is for like squares. I'm a square. Call me a square, whatever. I'm a square bear from a square state. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather be a square living long life than be a fool that's a rider that got this identity of being an OG and only have two roads in life, prison or death. Like, whatever. Y'all could have it. Go ahead. Y'all could have the gangsterisms and all that shit, bro. Go ahead. Y'all could be the shiner. I don't want to be the shiner no more. I don't want to do that no more, man. I just want to live in a jacuzzi, relaxing in nature with family and loved ones, homie. You know, but I think we get programmed. Yeah, I was at Colorado 5 year in a row. I know what you mean. You know, y'all, some of y'all fools know my story. Some of y'all fools don't know my story. Long story short, my whole life has been a roller coaster, bro. Since I was a kid, homie, it's just been nothing but hecticness and negativity and just fighting for a cause that really just don't, there's no benefits. There's not even no loyalty in the cause. Fighting for that shit. Being around people that just ain't loyal and just you're fighting for that, bro. You take penitentiary risks. I almost call life sentences and all kinds of different shit behind my morals and values and my views, bro. And I'm about to be 40 years old, bro. And I think about it. When I think about this shit, I'm like, what the hell do I got to show this world? What do I have to actually show this world? Absolutely nothing when it comes to what success is. And it's been because of the people I actually associate with or what I conduct myself with. So now it's time to actually just get out of that and just do it. Just do it. Be successful, homie. Run businesses, run empires. But you ain't never going to get to that point unless you break away from the bullshit and people that are not about shit. I don't care if you say, that's my homie, that's my brother. If they're not about shit, fool, you have to break away because you have to put yourself first in order to get where you're going. Like, maybe you can come back for these individuals and you can come back and be like, all right, I got you, homie. I could put you on. But until you make that step and kind of just step out there, you ain't never going to get where you want. Because I'll tell you like this, misery loves company, homie. And half of these fools, they couldn't even tell you how to be prosperous in any way. They couldn't. Half of these fools that say they got love for you, bro, they only have love for you when you benefit them something, homie. That's just the reality. It's the truth. Yeah. You know, that's the thing about it is too, is, homie, even with the aspect of gang banging, yeah, you can say that Savage Sev and what I've conducted around gang banging, I was very successful. I'm still standing at to my 40s, and I've been on full on war, homie, where like every day of my life it was full on activeness, like just being out there, and I'm still here standing. So I survived the wars. I survived prison wars. I survived life sentences, almost doing life sentences in prison yards. I survived shot up for the turf and dead homies, and it could have been me. I survived all that shit, bro. And surviving that shit, it just opens your eyes to what you have to do. You know, in order to get out this aspect and be successful like you want, you got to make different decisions, man. You gotta get the bad people out your life. Taking control over the ego mindset is a blessing. For real, though. For real. It's the truth. It's the truth. You know? I appreciate everybody, man. This is how we know we got a crazy, and this is real. This is the truth. This is how we know we have a crazy type of energy in this world. That was just the physical example of what I'm talking about. Misery loves company. When we're talking about Tory Lanez getting stabbed up, bro, and we're talking about the war life, and we're talking about, you know, different things that come with gangbanging, people want to view into that shit. They want to sit and be down with that shit. But as soon as you start talking about the prosperous, you've seen how the number game just drifted off. Nobody wants to be a part of the positivity. They just want to hear about the negativity. And that's one thing. And I'm gonna be 100. That's one thing why I slow down on YouTube too, bro, is because YouTube is just a full circle of just people that just they glorify the aspect of toxicness, bro. That's what they want to be. They want to be around the circus. They want to be around that shit. And that's why, like, for me, I'm not a gimmick off of YouTube, homie. I'm not here to just, like, we have a responsibility to the public, bro. I'm not here for entertainment, homie. That's why, like, when people think that Savage Sev is the gang dictionary and, you know, I have all the answers and questions and I can answer every question, I find it funny, because that was not my main goal, is to be, you know what I'm saying, the dictionary for gangbanging of Denver, homie. We discussed what's happening in the box state, but I really don't glorify that aspect, bro, where I just, like, right now it's like it's not conducive for me to even talk about all that shit either. Said play the college football 25. Let's go. It's fast. They frown upon positive. Yeah, you seen that, bro. You seen how that just went. Like, that was an example. You seen how we started talking about positivity, and then you seen half of the whole chat just disappeared. It was like Sev's preaching again. But I always got to speak about what's real, homie, because I want to be doing my duty and what God put me on this earth for, homie. It's not for me to feed you toxic shit. It's not for me to, you know what I'm saying, feed you what you want to hear, bro. It's for me to towel off of my testimony and try to enlighten the younger generation, the people that think it's cool. Open their eyes to, like, what shit really is. This shit right here with Tory Lanez, this should show you, homie, you gotta walk around this earth with respect. This shit right here, this should be something that you actually see and put it in your everyday life. Walk with respect, like respect, because if you don't respect, you might die. You might get hit like Tory Lanez, but it might not be in the penitentiary. It might be your life, homie. Because some people they're killing for lesser than that. People are killing for lesser than that in life, homie. That's what this whole point was, to teach you guys, and not teach because everybody knows, but just enlighten. Like, bro, you got to have respect in life, homie. That's why I don't make videos too often, because I'm burnt. Yeah, homie, real shit. I'm burnt too, right? This fake ass gang shit. I don't want to be negative. I'm already living. Yeah, exactly, Rada. And that's exactly my point too. That's exactly my point too, right? Is that we live in negativity, homie. Everything's negativity. You know, when we have people passing away on a regular basis and we get on here smiling like everything's cool, you know, in the world, and these YouTube people that just watch our content don't even know what we're going through, bro. it's on a whole different level, homie. And I think about that shit. We're just small and we're dealing with a lot of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. It's like life is, and now that's another thing is too, bro, is like people always want to come and debate about some shit when it's like, homie, like if you have that much time to actually be offended and then bring negativity, why don't you just start up your own platform? You know? Bro, I did 6.5 years in Cali prisons for my guy. It's about to go up in there behind that. Said I understand that, my Brody, and I believe you, because any aspect of that would make anybody that has love for that dude want to ride. It's just that's how it is. That's how it is, bro. Domino effect. You get one of ours, we gonna try to get two of yours. And it's just back and forth bullshit. But it's gonna be for a cause that if they would have laced up this dude's shoelaces and said, homie, you don't disrespect people, then we wouldn't be at this point. But you got a fool that just ain't never been socked in his mouth over disrespect, and he thinks he could do whatever he want. Now he have the whole yard domino effect into war, which a war is going to be a war over nothing. And there's going to be a lot of people losing their life over this war that was caused by a dummy. You know what I'm saying? We know that. Because Tory Lanez, who is he in Cali? Like, he's a non-factor. I mean, not even from California. And he came and disrespected a man, homie. Disrespected a man's wife. To me, disrespecting family members is the ultimate aspect. You could, like I said, you could disrespect me on this right here and this, and you could disrespect me on these platforms. I could take it because I'm like, I'll disrespect too. I know you won't disrespect me in my face and keep that energy, but if you disrespect my wife, bro, and my wife don't have nothing to do with none of this shit, and you just blatantly disrespect, and I'm gonna try to fucking decapitate your head, bro. That's the like you can't just disrespect people's family, bro. You know? Yeah, they let him think that he was the boy because he got that bag. And that's the crazy, bro. That's like back in the day. I don't even think that would ride like that. Back in the day, I think that fools, and that's the different generations, homie. He got the bag, so now he can infiltrate the politics like Soldier Boy and all them fools. They come to the hood, homie, because they got the bag. Now they're banging, LA hoods, and it's like, bro, you're paying to be a part of this culture. Nah, sit your happy ass on the sideline and play the program. You still got to pay, and you'll have some protection, but you can't just be out here just blatantly disrespecting the code. He was buying all that out of the black store. He was buying all the black store. Damn, that's crazy. He from Canada. When he gets out, he'll be deported. Man, I hope he survives, bro. I just know, and I'm not from the land or anything, but even out here in Colorado, bro, little things have set off wars, and there's been bloodshed between the neighborhoods, homie. Bloodshed. I'm talking about there's certain sectors in Denver, homie. There's certain sectors in Denver. Maybe, you may not believe it, but there's certain sectors, homie, since the 80s been going to war, and food's been dropping since the 80s. And it's been a lot of history between two sectors I can think about, and it's just been every summer just fools dying left and right. And they finally, to me, it's finally, in a day and age, bro, where it's kind of just like it's at a steady pace where just families are existing, homie. Like these fools ain't tripping on too much. And then I think about it like one little fool that's just disrespectful from one of the sectors can go cause a whole war because he just gets a hair up his ass and just disrespects the other side. After all the bloodshed, homie. And after all these OGs that's been trying to, pave the way and put the action in to stop the bloodshed between the two sectors, because let's be real, both of the sectors got family members from across the boulevard. There's family members that are intertwined from both of these boulevards, and it's just one street that separates, but you got family ties to that other side. And one little disrespectful thing will set off a whole war, and then you'll have a whole summer of just bloody violence and foods dropping left and right. You know, it's just crazy, man. Shout out to the homies, man. Colorado Springs too. Don't F around. Yeah, we good. There's some riders in Springs. There's some riders in Springs, bro. What you put out into the universe returns full circle. Real talk, man. See, this, I guess for me, that's a real statement right there, my homie Tommy. That's a real statement, my bro. What you put out there, like if you put good energy out there, no matter how bad you've made conduct yourself your whole life, bro, if you put good energy, most times, bro, you'll start receiving good energy. You know, that's why for me, everything I do nowadays, and I have some of the biggest anxiety, homie, in life. Like I always think people are plotting on me, no matter where I am. I be everywhere. I even be out here in Green Mountain, and I be my head on a swivel, bro, because of my mentality. But for the most part, bro, I've been trying to be respectful and respect everybody, bro. And even, you know, for me, it's like I respect everybody, bro. If you give me respect, I don't get like I was raised, this is to be honest, to really not like white folks. I mean, I was raised not to like white folks and put them under a category that they're not a part of a life they could never understand. I'm gonna be real with you, and people may not even understand this. When I went to the penitentiary, homie, when I went to the penitentiary and I ran into some solid ass white boys, it changed my perspective because not all them fools are like everything that you portray. Like I met some fools that are like solid as fuck, that got morals and values, homie, that stand on their morals and values, bro, and will ride behind what they believe. To me, that's honorable because they don't play two-face. They stand on what they believe and they'll go to war behind that shit. And I know there's always going to be a conversation like, yeah, but you know what they believe in is not right. But they're not playing play two sides of the fence. I mean, they're going to tell you what it is and they're going to ride for that shit. And to me, that's honorable because if you believe in something, ride for that shit. If you believe in it, ride for that shit. Don't play the shit where you smile in fools' faces though, and then act like that's the shit that shit pisses me off is when you could feel some type of way on the under, but you'll smile on somebody's face, bro. You won't be real to yourself. You just a sucker. But when you could say, hey, this is what I stand for, I'm gonna ride for that, ride for it 100%. That's how I believe, you know, that's how I believe. There's a lot of fools that don't even stand for themselves. They don't even ride for their own self, bro. They just that's just whack, homie. You know? And now my mindset, bro, is like, I met some cool ass fools from every different culture, homie. Every different culture, bro. And I can honestly say I try not to put everybody in a category where everybody's just bad, homie. Especially when it came to white folks, bro. I used to always just think because they were not in the hoods, bro. They couldn't even fathom what the fuck we were going through. You know, so it's just like I try to respect everybody nowadays, homie. I try to respect everybody till you give me a reason not to respect you. You know, I try to just have some, you know, respect for the community. I'm in this beautiful ass community, bro. I try to have respect for the community, bro. This is my community. I can't complain, man. And I know fools are like, oh, bro, you want to be where it's just like, you want to be in the Pleasantville. Hell yeah, I want to be in Pleasantville, bro. I don't want to be in the neighborhood, the hood. Man, I don't want to be in the hood, fool. I don't want to hear people partying at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, my neighbors, bro. And then I have to be like, hey, bro, can you turn down that music? I don't want to have to wash my car because fools are over there fan note up and they're jacking stuff out of cars. Like, I don't want to have kids at the house, bro, and fools start dumping on each other. Like, bro, my last apartments was like that, homie, and that's not a place, that's not a way to live. And I know fools like, I ain't never leaving the hood. I am. I'm gonna leave the hood. I want peace. I want a peace of mind. What's up, Big Millie? What's cracking with you, Rada? How you doing today? And everybody's inappropriate. And why do you gotta be so inappropriate? I seen with money in there and they let them run around like they can be touched. Damn. Just cause they got the bad drugs phones. Nah, and that's crazy, bro, because I never left that. Let's go, Rada. I was just in Green Valley Ranch too, man. You know what I'm saying? See, I like to come out of my house, bro, and see people like this that don't have a care in the world. You know, he ain't from no type of politics. In my old apartments, this guy right here, bro, he's just walking the neighborhood in flip-flops. That's how you know it's a difference, bro. You see some fools, a grown-ass man with flip-flops, you know he don't have no aspect of no aspect of worries in his life. There's no politics that he's scared of right now. You know what I'm saying? Because in the hood, you don't come out with no flip-flops, you might get chipped off. We might get violated for wearing flip-flops in the hood after when there's war. Hey, he got a nice ass dog too. Yeah, boy, look at that dog. Look at that dog. That dog's hard. Look at that. Damn, that's a boy right there. Yeah. What kind of dog is that? He's pitbull and he nice. Bully. What's up? What's up, man? What's up, buddy? You might smell my. Look at that. Look at that. He's a beast, guys. Yeah. Beast. And he's a gentle giant. He is very gentle. Yeah. Mines are the ones at the end over there, bro. Kita. Really yeah. They're not mean. Oh, that's the second one? Yeah, it's the second one. They just bark a lot. No, like they'll come out and play with your pup, bro. The big one is a gentle giant too. She just talks a lot. We see it like that. No. We see that. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, we'll have to play him one day. I'll bring him down. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Have a good day, brother. Yep. I used to get pizza inside the mall. Blame it on the show. The show made everything a badass, yeah. But yeah, man, that's what it is, bro. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody, bro. I enjoy when we come and chop it up and, you know, people just talking on some real shit. My box stay business homies, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always a pleasure to have you fools in here chopping it up about shit that's going on in the box stay. And even the homies that just come and tune in, man. You know, it's always love and respect. There's nothing wrong with the change. Yeah, and this is the thing is because like when I say this, homie, and I'm gonna be real, my change is the change that has to come to how the next generation in life, homie, reach their ultimate goals. Like that's what I'm directing my change as, bro. I don't want to forget, like, we ain't never gonna forget where we come from, bro. Like that just made us who we were. If I don't help like my nephews and the people in my family, next generation, for not going down the path, I would be in the wrong, homie. You know, I would be in the wrong for not doing that. The Rocky Strong, let's go, bro. Rocky Strong. Where's my Thunder Gang in this? My Thunder Gang homies. I see you. I always see the Thunder Gang homies, and that's why me and the Thunder Gang homies always connect, because they're all about positivity too. They're all about the positive activities. I guess I'll drink this little energy drink, bro, and I'm gonna tap out. I gotta get on some. I gotta go hit these leg day. Leg day today. I'm gonna go knock out these legs, man. I'm gonna leave you guys with this, man, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna tap out.
Let it go. In Jesus' mighty name. Whatever it is you're holding on to, trust God in every situation. Thank you, Lord. We surrender to you, Holy Spirit. Let it go.
God bless everybody, bro.
Silent echoes whisper in the hallway. Beer bottles scattered in a place they parted all day. The wrong companion to be around when you hurt it. See, when misery look company, temptation's always flirting. How can you leave the block if
You can't even leave yourself?
How can you feed the flock if you can't even feed yourself? Off in a city where it's nothing but drug deals, where heathens and thugs kill and innocent blood spills. I blame Satan for his hatred and deception. It's time we change directions and get free from his oppression. Only the blood of Christ can cover your transgressions.
Have you heard of blocking?
Christ can show you what's refreshing.
Blocking the trolls?
That's the message in this.
Now, what we talking about, blocking the trolls?
For my faith and my beliefs. Look, before the blood, they got this one.
Nah, I never heard of that. What's that?
I give my soul to keep.
The rain is on and lose your soul, you know.
Everything they glitters.
The only thing I heard is blocking, like, go block him. I'm like, man, I can't block. I don't even block trolls, brother.
Toasters with a soldier's down. It's so bad the whole past smell like Folgers and crack. Soldiers in black controlling the trap. They quick to come up off the holster, put a hoe through a hat. No emotional slack. They murder enemies and toast to the fact. Hell is deep and they done tossed another ghost in the gap. Got it cracked like Baltimore, Maryland with the heroin. The blow gold, but they pay the most for the snack. The situation not dope for blacks. Look how we quick to kill our brother red just to throw some rubber bands over some snacks. I know you give the love that most of us lack. But praying, Lord, I'm praying you can show from his back. This why I spit the truth over some wax. Stand against whatever's holding us back. I feel like Moses cause I'm chosen for that. You ain't a slave if your soul is intact. Just let it go and he'll give you the right road from his back.
Today is when you lose your soul, you know. Amen to that. You gotta let it go. Let it go.
This world's got dog.
Yeah, that's my boy Brian Trejo and 7, bro. They got some heat.
To the point I used to be enraged, but I didn't pick up my Bible because weed was my idol. Used to smoke it just to ease the pain. When I came down, it felt just the same. It's the diary of a sinner man. I hope you got a little time and make no dinner plans. I'm strengthening my inner man, and in advance I'm telling you that it's gonna be a lot of hate along the way, but it's gonna better you. I'm betting you're better than you could ever think, cause you were making this.
Yeah, they spit some flame on, bro.
So now everything.
So one thing about these dudes, bro, especially the second dude, 7, I came across his music, homie, at a concert, and they call me Sevlo. They call me 7. Fools know me as 7, and then Sevlo for short. But we ran into each other at a concert he did, and his testimony is powerful, homie. This fool was a Satanist, and he was a banger from Oak Park in Sacramento, and he was about to kill himself. And something intervened, homie, and because his brother, one of his brothers had got killed, and he was about to kill himself. He was about to off himself that night, and something intervened, and that's the only reason why he's here standing making music. Because when he broke down and the shit didn't go off and he didn't kill, he was not able to kill himself. God opened his eyes to like the reality, homie, and just hearing that fool's testimony is kind of like similar to my testimony about the aspect of being to a point, bro, where you're just like, what the fuck am I living for? This banging shit? And it's kind of the same, bro. So I kind of started listening to his music and some of the, if you want a good artist, homie, and you want to hear somebody talk about some real shit, put in your search engine, 7 Christian rapper, bro. He got albums and they're all like his wordplay is crazy. One of the hardest artists ever. But this is Brian Trejo, man. You know, they bring some good different type of music to the chamber. I listen to him a lot. This right here.
Right, let's be honest.
Got a couple tight bangers.
For your name's sake, Lord, preserve my life. And your righteousness bring me out. Your
I pray this prayer for all you guys, man.
Throughout all generations.
I give you peace,
in the mighty
man.
name of Jesus Christ.
And protect your lives.
And for my Christians who hard-headed like heavyweights, we need some soldiers like kingdom music in every state. One who won't hesitate to educate with focused thoughts, who use the word of God to recreate the broken heart. Heavenly melody that I sing for my enemies. Negative energy, I prevent the dash me. The bloody bled for me, cause he faced death for me. He came to save me from a century of treachery. When I was young, I listened to rap, I soaked it in. Just like the dumpster full of trash that they disposed it in. Wanna capture the mind, capture the load of song. I use this code of gold, hold it on a loaded chrome. I want the word of God to saturate my chromosome. I'm back against the world like I can hold my own. Though I'm surrounded on every side, I ain't giving in. That's why I give to him the gift within the lift up him. I exalt you, my king. I'ma praise your name forever. Every day I will praise you, great is my Lord. I will speak of your glorious splendor. I'm meditating on your wonderful works, celebrating the abundance of your goodness. The Lord is gracious. He is
Salute to the riders, bro.
He is slow to anger, rich in love. He is good to all, and all that he made should praise him. My Lord, my King. Yeah, no. Hey, and I would never change my wish statement or have a different statement. Filled with the love of Christ and Jesus paid the final payment. And they can never say that brides we're secular. I'm like a sheep amongst these wolves and all these predators. All these competitors don't keep the fake away from me. They wanna rap on me so they could be on stage with me. I see your hidden motives. Boy, you was acting bogus. Thought you were getting over. Nah, man, you ain't getting over. The Holy Ghost right from me, but that's my ghost rider. He lit it fire and then use no lighter. That's like my co-pilot. Pick me up when I'm nose diving. Pick me up when I'm low rider. Sit me up on my soul.
I need some detox tea too.
Drink freely from this water till your belly full. It's so refreshing, man. The blessings here are plentiful. It goes for every tribe on every side that's listening. That's why we give to him the gift within the lift up him. He is the maker of heaven and earth, the sea and everything in them. He remains faithful forever. He upholds the cause of the oppressed. He gives food to the hungry. The Lord sets the prisoners free. He gives sight to the blind. He lifts up those who are bound down. The Lord loves the righteous. He watches over the foreigner. He sustains the fatherless and the widow and frustrates the way of the wicked. That's my kingdom. And y'all will never change my mission statement or have a different statement. Filled with the love of Christ that Jesus paid the final payment. Never change my mission statement or have a different statement.
I hear it.
Filled with the love of Christ that Jesus paid the final payment. This for my Christians who hard-headed like heavyweights. We need some soldiers like kingdom music in every state. Who won't hesitate to educate with focused thoughts. Who use the word of God to recreate the broken heart. Heavenly melody I sing to my enemies. Negative energy I leave revenge is dead to me. By the bloody bled for me, cause he faced death for me. He came to save me from a century of treachery. He came to save me from a century of treachery.
Yeah, it's my homie Brian Trejo, bro.
From a century of treachery. I never changed my mission statement or have a different statement.
Yeah, he got like 3 albums out, bro. 7, he sings with the dude 7 that I just had showed you. They got like some music together.
My Lord, my King, my Savior. Holy Spirit, I welcome and receive you right now.
That's that, man. Mall high salutes to the riders, bro. I hope you guys all have a blessed day. And just remember, man, respect goes a long way. Learn off of Tory Lanez's situation, bro. Like, respect, man. Respect your surroundings, the people around you, bro. You know, it's all about respect, homie. That kind of shows a person character. If he has respect for everything around him, he's a respectable person that you can respect. You know? Mahai salute. I'm gonna let you guys go for the day, man. Hope y'all have a blessed day. And until the next one, y'all be good. Mahai salute.